Mahindra presents Imagine Nepal, powered by Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra.
To many of us, biodiversity is synonymous with nature, and the word nature brings to mind steamy forests, giant mountains, and the big creatures that dwell there. Fair enough, but biodiversity is so much more than that. It's not only the diversity of species, but also the diversity within these species. Located at the heart of the Himalayan belts, with a unique juncture of three diversified geographic regions, altitudinal variation over a short area. This unique setting has bestowed Gandaki with rich biodiversity. Yet, Gandaki is also diverse in its ethnicity, culture, and religion, giving it one of the most unique social settings in the country. The ecosystem and the biodiversity that we are a part of is one of the many wonders of our country. The variety and variability of life, our correlation and dependence on the system we are yet to understand, our existence merged into theirs. These assets hold an intrinsic value and the cultural value to local communities. But this very diversity makes Nepal vulnerable to various climatic impacts. By the 2080s, Nepal is projected to warm by 1.2 degrees Celsius to 4.2 degrees Celsius. And the consequences followed are enormous. Eventually, it is expected that the combined impact of development pressures, climate changes, and the topographic isolation of local species may result in increased rate of species endangerment and extinction. Look closely at the nature. Every species here is a masterpiece, each of them exquisitely adapted to the particular environment in which it has survived. Species are disappearing faster than expected. At a natural rate, we expect to lose 8 species every 100 years. But a study has revealed that in the past century, we have lost 500 species. Their biggest threat? Us. Nepal's diverse ecosystems are home to rare, exotic wildlife, flora and faunas you won't see anywhere else. To be fair, conservation areas and national parks cover nearly 25% of our country's land. Nepal's wildlife conservation efforts have allowed the endangered Bengal tiger, one-horned rhinoceros, and the gharials to bounce back from the brink of extinction. For example, by the end of 20th century, it was estimated that only 200 of one-horned rhinoceros remained. Now, there are more than 752 rhinos living in Nepal. At the same time, a bird count in 2011 put a total of 149 birds on the threatened list. And the number of endangered birds has now increased to 168 by 2017. Nepal has an estimated 359 snow leopards. But there is a new threat to the snow leopard ecosystem that comes from climate crisis. Their numbers are predicted to decline by 8 to 23% by 2017 as the mountain ice caps melt. But we have to understand that biodiversity cannot be maintained by protecting a few species in a zoo or even national parks. To function properly, nature demands more. It can maintain itself without us interfering with their being. Without zookeepers, park rangers, or even the foresters, it all needs to be left alone. The plains cannot be saved without the proper conservation in the hills and the mountains. One would not exist without the other. The codependency and coexistence needs to be acknowledged and respected. And we say this from experience.
So as we were shooting this documentary, हामी चाहिँ एउटा लाके पास भन्ने पोइन्टबाट चाहिँ क्रस गरेर मनाङ पुग्नुपर्ने थियो कि अनि त्यो इन्सिडेन्टमा के भयो भने फुल वाइट जस्ट स्नो लेपर्डको प्रिन्ट के आई थिङ्क यो स्नो लेपर्डको पाथ हो है म त त्यही फलो हानेर बसिरहेको छु दर्शन फलो दिस हुन्छ नि इल गेट यु आउट सेफ भन्ने एउटा जुन इन्स्टिङ्क्ट आयो अनि त्यही फलो गर्दै गर्दै हामी 10 घन्टाको बाटो 6 घन्टामा हान्यो कि एज वी वर वकिङ हुन्छ नि आई वाज बिगिनिङ टु रियलाइज कि यो कन्जर्भेसन अफ स्नो लेपर्ड कतिको इम्पोर्टेन्ट हो क्या देयर एक्सपर्ट नेभिगेटर्स पहिला त थिएन नि त बाटो पहिलाको मान्छेहरूले नि एनिमलको फुटप्रिन्ट फलो गरेर त एउटा सेफेस्ट रुट बनाएर त ट्रेकिङ रुट भयो नि होइन यो सबै कुराहरू चाहिँ दिमागमा खेलिराख्यो एन्ड नेक्स्ट थिङ यु नो वी मेड इट आउट सेफ के त्यो लकको लागि त वी निड दिज एनिमल्स in the mountains and they need to thrive, okay?
But it's important that we understand we cannot win this battle of saving species and environment without forging an emotional bond. For we will not fight to save what we do not love.